Good day, everyone. I'm Dr. Robert Campbell. I'm your instructor for ITC117 if you're up there in Massachusetts, and I'm your instructor for CGS 1100 if you're here in Florida. You'll need some files to do this particular lesson, and if you happen to be surfing the YouTube and you're not one of my students, I'll be happy to send you the files you need. Just send me an email to doctoreducation@hotmail.com and I'll send you the files. Now, the students up in Salem, in Massachusetts, if the files that you need, you'll find those on Blackboard on the home page. There'll be a file folder labeled YouTube files, and you can open that up and open the files that you need. If you're in my Florida classes, I'll give you these files in class. So here we go. Let's begin. And you have to bear with me. I have to move my camera, and this is not a professional studio. I'm just giving this a try, so bear with me while I set the camera up. It may take a minute or so I'll be right with you. Alright, I'm almost there. Let me bear with me for a second. I see if I can get this thing set up the way I need it. Okay. I think that's about as good as we're going to get it. Wait a second. If I turn this just a little bit more and twist this a little. Okay. Well, I think that's good enough. There we go. So we'll just leave that like that. Okay. So now let's begin our lesson. Now you will need 4 files to do this, and if you'll see, I have my Windows Explorer open. The files you'll need, and you people up there in Massachusetts, you'll open the XYZ Boston file, and I'm going to hold the Control key down on my keyboard and click on the XYZ Combined and XYZ New York and XYZ Orlando. Now I'm going to open these 4 files, and what we're going to do is we're going to combine all those the 3 files into the 4th one. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Let me open these files up. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 files are open. What we're going to do here is we're going to take 3 spreadsheets for a company that has divisions in 3 areas of the country and combine all the figures onto a 4th spreadsheet. Now, in order to do that, we need to see all 4 that we have open. So to do that, I'm going to go up to the View tab, and I'm going to click on Arrange All, and I'll click on the Tiled button and click OK. There we go. Now we can see the 4 spreadsheets, and I can better explain what it is we're going to do here today. I'm going to show you how to take these 3 separate spreadsheets and combine the figures onto one combined spreadsheet. What happens here is this computer company that has a division in New York, and they have their spreadsheet where they keep their own income figures, and they have a division in Boston where they keep their own separate spreadsheet with income figures, and they have a division in Orlando where they keep their own separate spreadsheet with their own figures. Now you can see by looking at this that the New York division, the gross income in January was $4,000. The gross income in Boston was $3,000, so 4 and 3 is 7. And the gross income in Orlando was $2,000, so that's 4 plus 3 plus 2, so that's $9,000. So if we do this problem properly, we're going to take and combine the net incomes for those 3, and we should show $9,000 combined income. This is very helpful for the company to have all their figures combined together into one space, so they can see how they did throughout all of their divisions. Okay, and the procedure is really very simple. Think about it. All we want to do is enter a simple formula to add New York spreadsheet B5 plus Boston spreadsheet B5 plus Orlando spreadsheet B5, and the total goes there. Then we copy it down and copy it across, and we've combined all the figures. So let's begin now. The first step is to click in cell B5 on the XYZ combined income spreadsheet, and we press equal to tell it it's a formula. Now we're going to go to New York cell B5 and go click. The first click told that it's the New York spreadsheet, the second click told it what cell. Hit the plus sign, and now go to the Boston spreadsheet B5 and go click. The first click told that it's the Boston spreadsheet, the second click told it what cell. Hit the plus sign and go to the Orlando spreadsheet B5 and go click. The first click told it was the Orlando spreadsheet. The second click told it would sell. And there's nothing more to add. That's all there is to it. So we go up to the formula entry bar and we hit the enter to enter the formula, and you'll notice it says $9,000. And that's right, because we have 4,000 from New York, plus 3,000 from Boston, plus 2,000 from Orlando, and 4 plus 3 plus 2 is 9,000. Now, before we copy this spreadsheet and make it and complete it, let's make this spreadsheet full size. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to click on the maximize button and make it full size. Alright, now one would assume that at this point you could copy the formula down and then across and get the right answers, but at this point that's not what's going to happen, and I'll show you why. If I copy it down, I get the same answer repeated. You might say, well, why is that? And I'll show you. Let me delete out those for a second. Okay, the reason that happens is this. If you look at the formula, it has dollar signs in it. Dollar signs here, and dollar signs here. Those dollar signs are what are called absolute cell references. What they do is they lock that cell in place. So when you copy it down, whatever is in B5 must be repeated. B5, 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 repeated all the way down. So if you have 9,000 here, it's going to say 9,000 all the way down. Now, we don't want those absolute cell references turned on. The computer did it automatically. It's kind of an annoyance, but it did do that. We don't want those on there. So it's very easy to get rid of them, though. All you have to do is highlight the formula, and you'll notice that there are 1, 2, 3 sets of dollar signs. Now, the F4 key is the key that turns the absolute cell reference lock on, and F4 also turns it off. So press the F4 key. There are 3 sets of dollar signs, so press F4 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and all the dollar signs are gone. Now that the dollar signs are gone, all we have to do is enter the formula with the data entry bar, and there we are, and the 9,000 is correct. Now we can copy it down. And now, once we've copied the formulas down, we can copy the formulas across, and there we've completed the spreadsheet with all the other figures have been combined together. I would recommend that you highlight these zeros and press delete. They're not necessary on there, and they just confuse it. So there we have it. We have now taken, let me go back to View, and go back to Arrange All, and go back to Tiled, and click OK. And you'll see what we've done is we've taken the formula B5 right there. We combined B5 plus B5 plus B5 and got the total. Once we got that one, you copy it down and across. Remembering, of course, that when you first enter the formula, you have to get rid of the absolute cell references, get rid of the dollar signs before you can actually make that work. Okay, so that's it. Now, if you're my Salem State students up there, I'd like you to make this full size, and now I want you to get it set for printing. So what you're going to do is on the Home tab, you're going to go to the Page Layout and click on Page Settings. Whoops, hold on a second. Before we do that, whoops, I'm running low on time here. Before we do that, I want to show the formulas. To do that, you hit the Control key and the tilde key. The Control key is labeled easily, but the tilde key is directly under the Escape key on your keyboard. So if you hold the Control key down and then hit the tilde key, that's the key with the little wavy line on it, it displays the formulas. Now with the formulas displayed, let's go to the Page Setup and click on this More button here. And let's click on the Page tab, and we'll set it for Landscape. Click on Landscape, click on Fit to One Page, and then click on Margins, and center it horizontally and vertically, and click OK, and well, click Print Preview. There you go, and it's all set. Now, my students up there in Massachusetts, you'll save this to you'll save this and then send me this file when I ask for it. Okay, so that's it. And by the way, Control tilde key brings it back to show it itself. So that's it. That's the lesson, and good luck to you all. Thank you all very much.